All right, guys, we are back for another episode or part of the Escape from Tarkov Wishlist series I'm doing. So in Tuesday's video, we covered like animations and some different aspects that Battlestate games could bring to the game with new animations added or working upon the ones that are already in the game. In today's video, I'm going to cover the skill system and maybe some ways that they could make it better for the future. I know that they're constantly reworking this and trying to add more skills and work on the current skills in the game. But without further ado, let's hop into the game and I can cover some of the things that I want to see changed or added upon. All right, guys, we are back in our little customs offline raid from the last video. Now, if we go to our skills, right, I'm a new player. Like, I'm not a new player. I'm new PMC in the wipe, so all my skills are pretty low. But there's so much potential for directly relating your skill level to your character in this game. Right now, the only thing that's really related is, you know, if your endurance and your strength are leveled up, you can run faster and jump higher, or run longer and jump higher, but there's really nothing else, right? Your character, your physical character, doesn't change any of its physical attributes or the way that maybe the game can perceive them in other players and scavs. So the first topic I wanted to cover in the skill system is maybe as your strength and your endurance levels up, your physical body, your PMC's body changes, and like by the time that your endurance and strength are elite level, you're like this, you know, super built and like athletic looking PMC, where like maybe when these levels are high enough, the scavs maybe start to back off a little bit, or players can physically tell what strength and endurance level you are by the way your character looks in the game. I think it'd be pretty cool. That's just one like little thing that popped in my head the other night that I was like, that could be kind of cool. Another thing that would be really cool is if we scroll down to the mag drills skill. So like I stated in Tuesday's video, it's going to be really cool when they add the animation for loading your mags. And obviously this skill, as it levels up, you can load your mags faster. One thing that I think would be really cool, and it'd be kind of funny, not really super realistic, but like maybe when you hit elite level mag drills, instead of like loading in each individual round, maybe like hit the character's left hand of the animation has the magazine, and then in his right hand he has like a bunch of bullets, and he just kind of like slams them into the gun and it's fully loaded. Like, I think that'd be really cool. So that's like another opportunity they could do. Recoil control is another one. So right now the animation for holding your gun is pretty much the same for every gun you use, right? Your character has his left hand placed on the handguard of the gun. If the gun's too short, sometimes they'll grab it like where the magazine meets the gun. But I think it'd be really cool is if the left hand of your character changed positions as your recoil control skill levels up, and then maybe by like elite level he has like a thumb over bore grip, which is kind of like if you shoot guns, or if you're like involved in the gun industry, you know that a lot of people use that strategy when shooting a gun, as it helps you control recoil and hold the gun just a lot better, where your thumb, it would be like over the top of the handguard. I think it'd be really cool just to see like your character hold the gun a different way if your recoil control skills leveled up. So that's kind of another cool little thing that would be definitely different in the game, but in a cool way, in a good way. An example of this is this little picture here. So as you can tell, this guy's thumb is like over the handguard of this M4, and that's like thumb over bore type of grip that I'm talking about. So I think it'd be kind of cool to see like a different, not technically an animation, but like a different way the character holds the gun depending on what level your recoil control is. I think it'd be pretty cool. So one other aspect of the skill system is the mastering system, and the way that it works is your character will level up certain guns depending on how much they use them. So like, for example, I've used the MDR, the ADAR, and the M4 the most. Now obviously like that. I haven't used an SKS yet this raid, so it's at 0. So that's kind of how it works. Right now they have it in the game where once it gets a certain amount of level, I don't know if it's maxed or how it works there, but the animation does slightly change. So like if you're using like a DVL, your PMC will rack the bolt back differently, or like the reload animation might be slightly different. I think it'd be kind of funny if you're high enough mastery of a gun, when you load into a raid with that gun, your character has like some sort of funny voice line that plays as you load in, just so that way you know, like, okay, this is a gun that I'm not only I'm good with, but my PMC feels like he's good with it too. So I think that'd be kind of funny. So another aspect of the skill system that I think would be really cool is if they combined like multiple skills together to give the player one big benefit. So like one thing that I thought of was, so the charisma level is directly related to like how fast you level, and also the prices that the traders give you for whatever you might be buying from them. I think it'd be really cool as if like your charisma was a high enough level, and maybe like SMGs were high enough level, you got an extra like bonus or percentage off of SMGs from that specific trader. So like, let's say you wanted to buy this MP5 and your charisma was high enough to where Peacekeeper's already giving you a low enough price, but then if your SMG skill was leveled up high enough, he gave you even a bigger discount on SMGs he sells. Something that I thought of that can be kind of controversial depending on how you feel about prices in the game, but it's definitely something cool, because maybe you're a player that really likes using SMGs, right? Or let's use assault rifles for a reason, or for this example, just because there's so many of them in the game. But let's say like you're level 30 assault rifle and you're level 30 charisma, and you wanted to buy, let's use the new MCX for example that got added this wipe, right? You could go and go to the trader that sells it. You're already getting a discount because your charisma level's high, and then you want to buy that MCX. Your assault rifle is leveled up pretty high, so now you get even a bigger discount on that MCX because your assault rifle's high. Your assault rifle skill is high. So I think that could be kind of cool. Definitely a different little addition to the game that could be beneficial for players that like using specific guns over others. And then it could add some certain spice to the game, because there are a lot of quests that use specific guns, like Jaeger's quests use bolt action rifles, and then a lot of the like late game skier and proper quests use shotguns. So if you've only been using assault rifles or SMGs the whole game, and then now you have to use a shotgun or a sniper, well, that price is going to be a little bit more expensive than what you're used to for your ARs. So it could be kind of cool. It could bring a little bit of a dynamic to the game, but that's kind of another one that I thought of that could be cool. So one skill that they haven't added yet is the weapon modding skill. Now I'm assuming this is going to level up by how often you like mod a weapon. It could be only in raid, it could be, you know, whatever. I think that this could be pretty cool once it's implemented into, once you reach a high enough level. Like how they have it right now is the only modifications you can do in raid are ones that don't affect the shootability of the gun. So like adding suppressors, red dots, or like lights or lasers or whatever. You can't like add a new stock or add a new handle or a new handguard, because that makes the gun inoperable. So I think it'd be cool if they've already talked about adding like a possibility of bringing in like a Leatherman tool. Now you can mod weapons more in raid. I think once you get high enough level of this, I think it'd be cool if you didn't need that Leatherman anymore. Like elite skill, maybe you don't need your Leatherman anymore. Now you can just mod weapons whenever you want in raid. And maybe the speed of it, because like in raid, when you add a light, your character drops the gun and then brings it back up and it's added. So I think the speed of that, if it was related to this as well, would be pretty cool. So maybe you want to add a suppressor and a light to a gun, right? The animation of bringing the gun down and bringing it back up with that attachment on it could be faster. And then maybe you could add multiple at once, so you could just drag like a suppressor over and the light over, and then he just brings it down once, brings it back up, and both of them are on the gun. So I think that could be kind of cool, just to see that that skill be implemented and how they're going to do it. And the same thing with the advanced modding. I'm assuming this is going to be like the handguards, the barrels, the stuff that makes the gun inoperable. So that And I don't know, I haven't heard anything about this skill, so it could be something completely different. But I think it could be kind of cool to see these two skills added and see how they're implemented into the game. So one skill that's not on here that I think could be cool to add is a reloading skill. So I mean, it kind of makes sense why there wouldn't be one. Like, you're already good at reloading, why would you need to level up the skill? But like in Tuesday's video, how I mentioned adding like the animation of a tactical reload for when your rig is full, I think if you had a reloading skill that maybe over time, like every time you reloaded and then shot and hit a target afterwards, you got a skill point. I think once it got a high enough level, you could more like, maybe at first when you're level 0, maybe you can't do the tactical reload, and maybe like your character goes to take the magazine out, realizes his mag is full, and then just chucks it and grabs, or his, not his mag, but his rig is full, chucks it, grabs a new mag, throws it in the gun. I think that could be cool. And then once you're like a high enough reloading skill, once your level is high enough in the reloading skill, then maybe your reloads become faster and you can do the tactical reload, and now you can have rigs full and still be able to reload. So that's kind of another little like skill that could be cool added to the game. But yeah, that kind of wraps up for today's video. Let's hop back out to the full cam to wrap it up. All right, guys, that'll wrap it up for today's episode of the Escape from Tarkov wishlist series I'm doing. Like I mentioned in Tuesday's video, let me know down in the comments below if there's maybe other aspects to the skill system that you want to see added, or just whole new skills in general added to the game. I think it could be really cool to check out. And then also keep an eye out for Tuesday's video. I'm going to be going over the hideout. I have some really interesting like aspects to the hideout that could be cool to see implemented into the game. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. I'm going to have my Twitch and my TikTok linked down in the description below. So if you feel friendly enough to head over there, say hi while I'm live. I'm going to be playing a bunch of this game with the new wipe and everything. And leave a follow, I'd greatly appreciate it. And then my TikTok has all my stream highlights on there. So if you want to go check out that content, I'd greatly appreciate it. But yeah, guys, that'll wrap it up for today's video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the notifications bell, as all of those things will greatly help the channel grow, and I'd appreciate it very much. And yeah, guys, that'll wrap it up for today's video. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Peace.